For me, when I was 14, dating violence didn't mean anything to me. I knew what domestic violence was. I thought I knew, and that was that it was beating up your partner, and typically a man beating up a woman, and that was domestic violence, and that wasn't good. All I knew was I had a man, or a guy in high school who loved me and cared for me. In my mind, I wasn't in an abusive relationship. What he did do was put me down a lot. With the compliments, they became replaced with insults, with "you're stupid, no one's ever gonna love you, your body disproportioned, you're not attractive," and also that I was his toy, I was his doll, and it was my job to please him. Those words and those things led into the sexual abuse that I experienced, namely rape. The first time he raped me, it was 2 months into us seeing each other. I thought of rape as the stranger who comes to get you, so I didn't think of it as rape at the time. It wasn't vaginal rape, it was anal rape. I didn't know that that was even a sexual act at the time, since I was 14. And after it happened, I said, did you hear me say no? And he said yes. And I said, well, if I say no, don't you have to stop? And he didn't answer me. And that was the first time. And I felt like I deserved everything he did, and if I was a good girlfriend, then he wouldn't have to rape me. I finally left him when I was 17 years old, and finally I just told myself that, I can be miserable by myself, and I'm sure he's right that I'll be alone for the rest of my life, and that'll be it, but at least I won't have to be raped and have these nightmares and be scared all the time and be jumpy and nervous, and at least I'll have some peace if I'm away from him. Now that I'm 26, to me, dating violence is such a huge problem in that you don't always know what it is when you see it or when you experience it. And I know I didn't. All I knew about dating violence or abusive relationship was hitting. And since my boyfriend at the time never hit me, then it was normal. And anything that was happening that maybe I didn't like was my own fault. Now that I'm older, I really see that dating violence happens to so many people. So many people talk to me about it since I'm so open about my own experience, that it's people you never would think it could happen to. Dating violence definitely can turn into domestic violence where there's marriage and children and financial ties. It's a real community problem. We all need to come together and really fight to prevent it from happening. When it does happen, to prevent it from continuing. My experience hasn't made me stronger at all. Put it this way, every time I have a birthday, I'm surprised that I'm alive and that I made it this far. I was hospitalized when I was 15 or 16 for being suicidal. I have scars still to this day on my wrist from cutting myself. I've had people in my life who have saved my life at different points in my life, and have helped me and have kept me going. Without them, I don't think I would be alive. I don't think that dating violence is something that you overcome, forget. It can break you. I think we should all fight so that no one has to go through this. That you're important. You are a valuable person, you're a good person. You don't deserve to have anyone hit you or put you down, sexually abuse you, or anything like that, because you're better than that. When it can sneak up on you and you open up your eyes and all of a sudden you're in this abusive relationship that you'd never think you would ever be in, you can still walk away. It's never too late to walk away and pick yourself up.